Hello, Jumbo, Konnichiwa, Annyeonghaseyo, Bonjour, Hola. Um, I'm Zippy, as you know, and today is April 17th. Right now it's going to 9, it's 8:47 in the morning. And I'm making another video, because I have been, I don't know, last time I made a video was like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what else made a video, to be honest. I have no idea. So today I'm just gonna make one, and I was thinking about what I should do, and I was thinking something that I really love, which is gaming. And let me tell you, I haven't played games in a long time. I don't have a console. Actually, I do have a console, but it's not with me right now, which is really like crazy, right? But it's not with me, so I basically haven't been able to set it up either. So and it's an Xbox. So it's very good, very good condition, but I need to know how to set it up first. So and do that. But in the meantime, I'll figure that out. I'll tell you about my favorite games, which I wanted to do because honestly, I should have done this back in like 2017 when I started getting into it, which is like I know it's going on 3 years ago, but um honestly, I was just starting to get into gaming because the only gaming I had really done up to then was like PC games, ranging from the online games, like whatever Pokey and all those other ones, right? All the way to some really advanced games. What's it called? Wizards. That Wizards game. Man, I don't know what the name is. It was like okay, it was so popular. It was this like Wizards game. No affiliation with Harry Potter, but it was just like you became a wizard and like you journeyed around and completed quests and missions. But it was a PC game, so I have to download it. And there's another one that was just like it. I think the same developers made it, because it was literally the exact same thing, but you were a pirate. I mean, all that changed was that the concept of being a wizard was replaced with being a pirate, and that's it. So, not much change, but it was still fun. And I played this back when I was like, back when I was like maybe 10, no, 8, 9 around there, and I would really love them. I was um, super. I was a really big fan of those games, and I don't even know how I stopped playing them. I think after a while, I got to like for me, I usually don't continue games when I can't get past a level. And literally, I think what happened with the Wizards game is that I went up to a point and then I couldn't go past that point. And I tried. That's only me with video games. I go up to a point and then like I can't go any further. And it's just hard. But there's another one where so basically I stopped and then I downloaded the Pirates game, to make up for that area where I just stopped. So I played the Pirates game, because it's basically the same game but just pirates. And then I did that, and um, I also came to a point where I don't know if I just stopped because I couldn't get past somewhere. But I remember I was in this, I went really far in that game, probably farther than I have in the Wizards game, and we went inside this like castle, like this kind of like underwater, it's underwater kind of like building, and there was like me and like other people who had, like on my team apparently. I don't know, but I remember getting to that point, and that's pretty much it. I don't know if I just stopped, and I don't know. Like it's just kind of hard to say why people stop in the middle of a game, right? Because it's just like I'm not someone who usually gets to the end. There's always some sort of obstacle that I can't trudge past, even though I try. So those are my early game experiences. I also remember I had a friend who had a Nintendo DS. I think we all been there. Either we were the friend or either we were person who had it, right? And I played with that a lot, and well, not a lot. I mean, it was there every so often, and mostly Sonic, which I can say I like. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Sonic, to be honest. A lot of backlash is coming out, isn't it? But I mean, it's a fun game, like Mario and all their fun games. Although I remember this Mario game that was coming out when I was a kid, and it was like a Mario Party, something like that, and it was like all the Mario characters. But it looked really cool, and I really wanted to play it, and it never happened. I don't know. Maybe someday in my life it will. I just remember one time I went to Best Buy when I was a kid. This is like, I don't know what year, but 2010, 2011. And then, just like a decade ago. Wow, time flies. Oh my goodness. Um, and there was this, how Best Buy, I don't know if they do it anymore, but they had this like, they have these like, this video game TV just like video games. And so you can play the video games now, like Forza Horizon 4. Just saw the other day, and I want to play too. Never happened. I don't know where to play it, But I saw this game they were showing. It was this Mickey Mouse game, right? And I should know the name of this game. I don't know any of the names of these games, but it was a Mickey Mouse, and he was like it was like a really, I don't want to say gritty. Oh, it was Kingdom. No, it was not Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry. I'm very very sorry. It was like this gritty version of Mickey Mouse. And as a kid, all these like really cool Mickey Mouse. I want to say it's gritty, but just like a darkened version of him. And I don't know what's the best word, but just like really different. And like, it's like, oh, is it Mickey Mouse? Like, okay. But I mean, it was just really cool to see this game, and like it was just like so. I never played it, but like I think maybe I did actually, because they let you play it too, like in Best Buy. I don't know if they do that nowadays, because all I see are just like Nintendo um, games that are being shown. So, but you can play them too, which is nice. But anyway, that game looks really cool. If I were to get a game, it'd be that one too. So, but yeah, that's my first like experience with a video game, like an actual video game, not like PC games, And sorry, those are not video games. Those are video games to you, okay? Um, But yeah, I think a video game's like anything you play with a console. Um, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and so, let me continue. That was an introduction. But if you want to know my favorite, and if you know me very well, I have this one favorite video game which I feel like rivals everyone else's video games. Like it's just supreme. It's the supreme video game, and it is Bethesda's Skyrim. And honestly, I love Bethesda games as a company. I mean, Fallout 4, which I'll get to later, and Skyrim. I mean, the Skyrim series. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, but all those games are just so of just great quality. And I remember seeing the game. I remember playing the game first of all, and I was just so taken back with the graphics. The first time up to the last time I was playing it, like just overall, the graphics just made me want to be part of it, and it was just so immersive too. Like it was just like real life, Like I'm over here like a Nordic village, which is never something that would happen to me. In the I don't know what year this was, in the Middle Ages, like that, and it's like really like I feel like I was actually there. I was like, wow. And it was just super cool. I really enjoyed it, and that was definitely my favorite game. I mean, up to the when I finished playing it, I was like, the graphics, the graphics, the graphics, the graphics. They just took my breath away. I was like, and I found out that the game was made in 2011. Not like made, but released. Which means they've been working on it for like, I don't know, 5 years. I mean, so I was like, the quality in it plays in 2017, right? 6 years later. And it still holds up very well. I was so shocked it was made that long ago. I was just like, the graphics are amazing. Like, they don't age, And even I saw someone else playing this other game, Oblivion, I think the fourth, and it's not fourth, yes, fourth installment in the Elder Scrolls series, I think it's what it's called. And I think it was released in 2006, and the graphics were just still amazing. I mean, I was just like what? 2006 when I was, like that's crazy. So it's just amazing, and obviously they've progressed in graphics, as time goes on, there's new advancements in technology. So I was just amazed by that. And just like overall, it was just really amazing and just super nice to just play that game. Just graphics alone even. And so then another reason why I like the game so much is not only is it immersive and you feel like you're actually in the game, but also it's just very it's like you're not supposed. It's not like only okay. This is the quest I have to follow to the T. You know, it's not like that kind of game. It's just kind of like you have other like side games. Like when you get to that village that the guy leads you to. I'm sorry, I've been playing a long time, but you know that village. Um, there's this guy who's like, I need you to send a letter somewhere. It's like there's like also side quest. You know, it's your first side quest. And so not only is it just like this one big quest of becoming the is it the something about the dragons, right? Like I don't know the objective of my favorite game. Okay, that's so sad. But not only are you following just the mission, but you also have other side quests you can do. And you're also not like timed to like, oh, complete this in like, a certain amount of time, a timer goes off when the quest comes. So it's very like it doesn't push you too much to like accomplish everything. You can do like you have more there's not many limitations. You can do a lot more. You can explore, which I loved. I loved exploring the world because someone took time to make this entire world, and why not look through and experience it? Like that's the best thing. So that's what I felt like was the greatest thing about that. It was just how immersive it was and how much I could do. And my favorite part obviously was the dragons. Um, I think everyone knows this, um, but I didn't know at the time. But you can go back to like it's like watching a movie, and you can press the go back button to go back in time to like another part of the movie that you wanted to see again. And the same thing in video games. So you can also you have to like save it. It's like if it's like that's like save in a checkpoint. So you see a checkpoint where you are, so you can go back in time. And I always did that because at one point I had to start the game all over again. Um, let's just say, well, I wrote about it in my Quora post. So if you know me on Quora, you know what happened. I won't explain what happened, but in the end, short, short story short, what I don't know. I ended up getting attacked by the man who accompanies you, who like guides you at the very beginning with like the brownish auburn hair. So you go to his house, right, in the brother's house, and let's just say in the end, the brother and himself ended up attacking me. So, like literally trying to kill me. So that was very interesting. Even maybe the wife of the brother too. I think she would have been there. And so it was just very I didn't know what I was doing. I never played an RPG before, which are my favorite games now. I love RPGs. So that's just all what happened. And so I could not get out of that. Every time I tried to start the game, I could not get out of the rut. Because whenever I started the game, all I faced was like these two men in my face, hitting me with like swords in their hands and the sticks and whatever. And it's like I was literally also like by the door, and they were like in front of me. So I was like my back was behind was on next to the front of the door, and so I was just like stuck like there. And also this one time I accidentally killed a chicken in the game in this village that they live in. And the woman saw me. She was like, I think she was the owner of the chicken. She saw me. She's like, oh my gosh, she came right at me. And some other guys saw me. They came right at me. They're just minding their business, and they like came at me. It's like, okay, jeez, I didn't know you were paying attention to me. And they all came at me and just started trying to kill me. And then I died. So I had to go back, as you know. But I start the whole game over again. Start with the whole, famous, oh, you're gonna get executed, and then you don't get executed, which is pretty obvious to begin with, but you know, and also the dragons. My favorite part with the dragons. I actually went back over and over and over again to do to like the first dragon you come in contact with, like the one you try to like attack. That's the first. That's the one I went back to and back to with the checkpoints. Saving the game because it was just so fun. Not because I wanted to kill dragon, but just like the dragon in general. Like it was just so cool, and just the suspense, the the whole just like sense of like, ooh, I'm doing some really cool stuff. Like I'm like a warrior here. So that was really fun for me. Um, and also just the whole game. I can go on and on for hours about this, but I won't, because I can do that in a whole other video. But that's my favorite game by far. There's too many reasons to say why, but it's just my favorite game. I think it'll be my favorite game until I die. So that's how it is. Another game I really like was, and also if you're wondering where I got to the game, I was playing it until because I was staying somewhere at someone's house, right? And so until I left, I was playing it. So I started playing it and I played until I left. And so I left off. Let me think. Oh, I know I left off. I left off at the part where that girl becomes like your helper. Like I don't know, your helper. I don't know. The girl becomes like your assistant, right? She's like your ride or die. like and I was when she said that, I was like okay. It's kind of out of the blue, but yeah, it's like thank you. And so we went to the mountains. We went to the mountains. That oh, man, it's so hard to explain without visuals. But I think if you played the game, you might have know. You know, there's this portion where like there's you go to the mountains. It's not in the city, not in the village anymore. And it's definitely not far into the game. You know, this game is long. I know that. But it's really fun. And so there's this part where there's this guy who's like sitting behind you. I mean, sorry, sitting in front of you, like overlooking at the cliff, and he's like the bad guy, and then you like kill him from behind because like he's a bad guy, and I think he has something important too. And then you go into the mountains, and there's also you need to like it's like really hard because what happened is like I had to go on this mission in the mountains all of myself. Cause like why didn't okay this girl she's like okay I'm your assistant right I'm gonna be like your like what's it called your bodyguard. And then she didn't come with me to the mountains to complete the mission, which I was assigned to do, you know. And it was like, okay, what kind of help are you, you know? Like, jeez. And she's a brave girl too, so she didn't come. So I was just like, okay. So I did it all by myself, and let me tell you, it wasn't easy at all. I had to do it twice. Um, but I did it, and then in the end, I think I left off where I had trouble getting my horse to climb a mountain, and it was like a mountain that was like kind of like I don't know, snowy. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, just the same area. Like the horse couldn't climb the mountain, and I had to get up with the horse, and I was just like, okay, that's where I left off. But don't worry, it's still fine. I still love the game, so yeah. My next favorite game, by the way, is another Bethesda game. It's Fallout 4, and that game was great. It was great. Really cool concept. Nuclear age. Not saying that's like a cool thing, to be in a nuclear war, but like the idea of like having that happen is just really imaginative. Like it's not like a normal backdrop. It's just like something totally different. And I really enjoyed playing it. I left off. I told someone when I finished where I left off in the game. They're like, you were so not even far into it, and it was the part where this monster, right? The first monster I'd seen, it was kind of random to be honest, because I didn't know there were monsters in the game. This monster came and he was just like, you know, attacking everyone. Um, there were like at that point, like I think I like a little group. There's this guy who like becomes like this guy who like works with you, and I don't know how to describe it. But this, yeah, he kind of like he's the first guy you meet like at all, the first human, and he like is really helpful and he like takes you under his wings. And so we were fighting together with some of the people in this battle against this monster. I just would not let up. And the thing is with those games, the thing is, I wouldn't try to rely on everyone else. I didn't try to do anything. The thing is, okay, in video games, as much as the characters are stronger than you may think, or more, more sharpshooting than you, the game cannot move on unless you're doing something. Because I tried to just like be like doing nothing because the monster would not. I'm telling you, would not let up for me at least. And so I want the other guy to do it, everyone else to do it for me, because I was like, okay, maybe if they do it by themselves, then I won't get killed again, because I was getting killed over and over and over again. And I started the same place again, so I was just like kind of tired of that. And so obviously with the video game, you have to kill him. I mean, as much as there's people around you, you have to help, and you have to really be the one putting yourself on the line to kill him. Not dragon, sorry, the monster. But I ended there. I couldn't get past. That was tough. But yeah. I loved graphics of Fall, by the way, crazy good. I mean, when I got it, it just came out 2015. So obviously expected, but surpassed my expectations as well. So just a really really fun game, and you know, I just really loved it. I would continue playing it. Hopefully, I'd get past that level. But um, what was more sad is I put so much effort, and I I'd gone. I felt like I'd gone so far, and really, it's like one, a hundredth of the game. But I really felt like it was a really fun game, and a really interesting like idea. So you know, an idea of him finding his son too was really interesting to me too. I just felt like really like heartfelt in a way. But yeah, that was fun. I like the beginning too. The beginning, this first sequence with the robot, right? It was really helpful, by the way. That was really nice. And the wife and the kid. Oh, when I saw the wife in the chamber, like when you wake up, out of that like long sleep, and you see the wife in there, it's just like so heartbreaking. Ah, man. And the whole part where they're going down into that scene and the nuke is coming, it's like holy mackerel! Like that scared me. It just was like coming, and it's like we just made it under time. We didn't go blind apparently. Um, but we survived. We survived nuclear warfare, guys. It's amazing. And then yeah, though okay, I haven't played many video games, right? Um, but those two are my favorite games, definitely. I'm interested in more games though, like Batman. Is it called Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum? I'm sorry, I think I offended people right now, but I saw that game. I don't know. I didn't play it because it was also like in that deck of video games, right? Because there are a bunch of video games. I could pick and choose whatever I wanted, and I just happened to choose those ones. But the Batman one looked really gritty. It looked really cool. Looked very, just drew me in and very alluring. However, I didn't get to play. I don't know why. I was so busy with other games like Skyrim and Fallout 4 that I committed myself. Let's just say. But that one I want to play definitely in the future. It looks really gritty and really cool, and I would love to do that game. But I did upplay another game too. Bioshock Infinite. Ah, that game really confused me. I mean, as soon as it started, I didn't know what was how going on. Like if, man, Bioshock. I'm so confused about that game. I'm still confused about it. I don't know what was happening. But anyway, it was fun to begin with because it was like very easygoing, very light. That's the thing. Like it tricked me. It's very like nice and light and very, kind of like you're in heaven. Like a very thorough quality to it. With the beginning. But then as soon as I think at the beginning, right? You were like on a ship, something like that. You were like on a ship in the water, which is like interesting place to be. But and you go somewhere else to this like place in the skies, right? I haven't played in like 3 years, guys. So I'm forgetting a lot. But you go to this place in the skies and you like you journey there, which is I found pretty interesting, right? But as soon as that thing, okay, the ladies, right? The ladies were there, and this guy was there, and this guy was like, okay, choose which. I don't know what he was saying, but um, okay, this whole part, right? It's like I don't know, it's like a carnival or something like that, some sort of like festival, right? And then the ladies are like the ones like it's like a raffle ticket. I think what's happening like that's what they're there like they're presenting like tough raffle tickets. I don't know. I don't even know why I was there in the first place. I need to play again, but I'm bad at explaining video games. As you can tell, I'm horrible at explaining them. So don't take my word for it. Um, but it was just very interesting how I went from really nice and dreamlike all of a sudden to like me getting shot at. Like as soon as those people don't like all those ladies were gone and everyone fled and then I was being shot at and I don't know why and I was like okay and it's like okay I need to shoot someone too like what and then but the thing is like it was me one against like super so many people like I don't know how many just guards or like officers just came out all at once, and just a horde of them. And I had to fight them. And I was scared. And I couldn't get past that level. So yeah, that's sad. That was like the first like 20 minutes of Bioshock. And I mean if you're faster than me, probably say first, 15 minutes, I don't know. 10, I don't know, but I couldn't get past that level. The thing that's really I couldn't do was I was just shocked. So whenever also the worst thing, whenever I tried to play the level, right? I tried to get past that level, be like shut up by a bunch of guys. And I started off, and it scared me, because there's like this big bane, You know how you play video game, right? And it's saved where you left off. And so when I entered into it, when I played the game, it started off with this huge bane, and like a bunch of guys were just like shooting at me, like a bunch of guns were just coming at me, and I died. So I didn't know what to do in order to like escape that, and I still don't know how to this day you know, how to do that. So let's just say it's a very interesting game. Um, yeah. So, but there's another game too that I remember playing. It was a Sunny game, and it was like this girl with red hair, and she's like it's like she's like a warrior. No, not warrior. She's like it's her and her family, right? In the beginning, you see her like her dad teaching her how to like hunt or things like that, and then like she becomes older. She's like a teenager now, and then you see that there's like these mechanical creatures that are now inhabiting the land that she also lives in, and she fights them. Um, so also I got to one point where I mean the game was actually really nice. The graphics, by the way, stunned me. The graphics are really nice, really beautiful, and very crisp and clean. Um, and I enjoyed it. I did. I was actually very into it. But I also got stopped, and I also ended up not going past the level where um, she was shooting the mechanical creatures from behind. Like she was creeping up on them, trying to shoot them, right? And I just couldn't get past that level. And I felt really bad. I couldn't go, and that was a fun game. It was really nice, and I just couldn't get past. Whenever I tried to like go, creature would spot me and kill me, and that's pretty much it. And I tried, but yeah, but it was a fun game overall. That was very much the beginnings of the game as well. That was very much the first few minutes. I don't know, like I feel like I want to give myself more credit than I need, but the first like half hour of the game, probably less than that, definitely, but um. I don't know, first like 10 minutes of the game, and I couldn't get past that. But I did have fun playing it, so that's most important. Yeah. But also a game I do want to play. I saw someone doing this on YouTube. They were playing this video game a long time ago, right? Um, and it was this butterfly effect kind of game. Like the whole concept was like a butterfly effect, and like the choices you make, because it's a game like about choices, right? The choice you make, whatever button you choose, right, is gonna affect everything. Like it affects the entire game. So it's gonna come back to maybe haunt you or to help you. I found it really cool, kind of like psychological, and really just like humanistic. And I want to play that game because I saw someone playing it, and it looked really nice. And if I were to buy a game tomorrow, buy that one. Um, it looked also like it had no, it didn't look like it. It had great graphics. Very realistic, and it just felt real. So yeah. Um, and what did I want to say? Um, no, that's about it. So thank you everyone. Thank you for watching. Um, I'll play more video games later when I have time. I don't have any time now. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my video. And we talked about video games, which is like, I think I can do all day. So if you want me to do more, I'll do more. But in the meantime, have a great time. Stay safe. This is the coronavirus. So, April 17th, coronavirus. Stay safe. And if you have the virus, or if you have friends with the virus, I'll be thinking of you and hoping you have the best. Bye.